Yeah.
Hi, I'm Matt Shutter, and for this week's final speech, I'm going to give a tribute to Ron Paul's biography, and my tribute to Congressman Ron Paul.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Good wake up in America! Rise and shine! Wake up! Rise and shine! Ron Paul! Save our constitutional rights! Ron Paul! We're not gonna give up the fight! Ron Paul! Start a revolution and break down illegal institutions. We don't want no war no more. Bring our boys home to our shores.
Booyah!
We don't want big government or the Bilderberg group that pays for it. Federal ID means a police state, and Mr. Jefferson's rolling in his grave, and our names turn to numbers like 666. According to the gospel on a plan of blue chips.
Ron Paul!
Save our constitutional rights.
Ron Paul!
We're not gonna give up the fight.
Ron Paul!
Start a revolution and break down illegal institutions.
Booyah! Booyah!
The Patriot Act took our liberties, and there's no judge, no jury.
Booyah!
Tapping our phones, breaking down our doors, waging on the people a civil war.
Booyah!
Work 3 jobs and bring home no pay.
Booyah!
IRS takes it all away, and we struggle, slave, pay the rent. So
Booyah!
Ron Paul for president.
Ron Paul!
Save our constitutional rights.
Ron Paul!
We're not gonna give up the fight.
Ron Paul!
Start a revolution and break down illegal institutions.
We haven't followed the Constitution, and that's what we ought to be doing. The system that we have today is ripping off the middle class and the poor. Can you imagine how great a nation we'd have if we didn't have the Federal Reserve System printing all this money?
Ron Paul!
Save our constitutional rights.
Ron Paul!
We're not gonna give up the fight.
Ron Paul!
Start a revolution. Break down, break down, break down, break.
Ron Paul!
Save our constitutional rights.
Ron Paul!
We're not gonna give up the fight.
Ron Paul!
Start a revolution. Break down illegal institutions.
Ron Paul! Ron Paul!
Hi, this is Ronald Ernest Paul's biography. Ronald Ernest Paul was born on August 20th, 1935. He was the third son of 5 sons. Growing up, he helped on his family's dairy farm. In high school, he was the president of the student council, on the track team, and the wrestling team. And that's where he met his lifelong sweetheart, Carol. In 1961, he graduated from Duke University School of Medicine. In 1963 to 1968, served as a doctor in the United States Air Force and Air National Guard. Throughout his career, he delivered over 4,000 babies. And in 1978, he won the U.S. House of Representatives as congressman. In 1988, he ran for president of the United States as the Libertarian candidate and got over 400,000 votes. In the mid-90s, he won the U.S. House of Representatives again as a Republican. In 2007, November of 2007, in one day raised over $7 million for his 2008 presidential campaign run for president. In 2008, Campaign for Liberty was born, and the Ron Paul Revolution was born. Unlike Republican peers, Ron Paul voted against the Patriot Act, the Iraqi War, against regulating the internet, against any kind of gun control, against voting to raise taxes, and in 2000 had a bill in the U.S. House of Representatives to audit the Federal Reserve. Dr. Paul is known as Dr. No and the champion of the Constitution. This is my tribute to Congressman Ron Paul. The congressman will get a copy of this video, so we're going to act like the congressman is sitting here with us. Congressman Paul, in 2008, you woke up the nation. A lot of people considered your supporters a little radical. I would consider it a little extravagant with the blimp and a couple other things we did for your campaign in 2008. It was a fun campaign to work on. You personally woke me up. I ran for Pennsylvania State Representative the last election cycle, and I hope you don't mind, but I stole our theme. The revolution's alive and well. And I spoke about things like you did, about how our civil liberties are being violated, how we are less safe, with cameras in the streets, becoming a police state, and the Patriot Act, and so on, and how that makes us less safe, not more safe. And I also talked about how the Constitution's being violated. But I'd like to get back to your campaign in 2008. I personally was a Republican back in 2008, and I was ashamed how the party and the media treated you, saying that you take your marching orders from Al-Qaeda and that you're a Muslim lover and so on. And I just was very upset how they treated you. And I don't know how with your principles can stand and be with that party. You said it too. Both Republicans and Democrats, Republicans and Democrats both violate the Constitution, and they spend money like drunken sailors. The only difference is when drunken sailors spend their money, that's their own money. When the government does it, that's wrong. That's being irresponsible. And I want to congratulate you for the second time in a row for winning the CPAC straw poll. And last President's Day, we gave you $700,000. Us supporters gave you $700,000, and you said if you could show some support, that you would be considered running for President of the United States in 2012. Congressman Paul, I might not be able to give you a lot of money or my other half because we're poor, but what we can do for the revolution is make our home the campaign headquarters for Carbon County, Pennsylvania. How does that sound for the revolution? Ron Paul, 2012, headquarters for Carbon County, Pennsylvania. That's what I could do for you, sir, and I will do that for you if you consider running for president. While we're on the subject of running for president, I humbly ask that you would consider running as a libertarian. I know the Libertarian Party has some faults, but the Libertarian Party also does a lot of things right. The Libertarian Party, for one, stands up for people's civil liberties and also the Constitution. And we also stand up for less government and less taxes. So I humbly ask that you consider running as a libertarian, sir. Your principles and our principles, the Libertarian Party is a party of principles, I think would be a perfect match. But it doesn't matter if you run as a libertarian or stay as a Republican, sir. All I'm asking you, sir, is to run in 2012 America needs you. The Republic needs you. Please run. The revolution's alive and well. Ron Paul for 2012. Please run, Ron. Run, run, run. Thank you. And run again. 2012 for Ron Paul.